and Jalina can play both sides. So they've opted to help the 15-year-old, which is crazy to say, 15-year-old Kaylin Campbell feel a little bit more comfortable by playing on that left side. Let's see how we do.
And we do have Jansen starting on the left side for Columbus.
One time in.
And Paris Todd will serve to start us off.
0-0-2. Side out. Zero, 0-1. Point.
And on the board first are the SoCal Heartaches. Missed third, missed return out of the gate for Paris Todd.
1-0-1. Point.
And make that 2 missed returns. That is one thing to note here, Eric. Game's side-out scoring 2-11, so you don't have that much time if you don't settle into the match super quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so SoCal misses their first third, but like you said, quick start, 2 quick returns missed can really help the momentum of the youngsters. Good pressure there from Leia.
Serve goes back to the sliders in an early 2-0 deficit.
Point.
And just like you said, Eric, those put-away shots, not overdoing it, going to be a key here for SoCal as that one called wide.
We're questioning whether we're going to challenge. And
referee timeout. We have a challenge.
Blaine's the captain saying, let's just challenge. I don't know if he is the captain, but he's acting like one right now. And he is telling them to challenge this. When they're questioning it that much, even though it's early in the match, I do like the quick challenge.
And also just kind of good just to, settle in as well to the pace of the match. And that one is going to be very close. Ooh. Called out, but I think it could be overturned.
I'm saying in. If we can get the green dot, the dot, I'm thinking the dot is going to be green.
I would agree with that. We'll see if the referees agree as well.
I'm seeing like 51% on the line, so I think even if we were a little bit over, I think that's still in.
And Blaine Hovenier looking over at us and asking for confirmation on the call.
He's doing his right now, pointing down. We're not going to give him any recognition. We're not making eye contact, Will. We're not
just
making eye
anywhere
contact.
But at him right now. And you know what? Assuming this goes the Heartaches way, Eric, I think it could be just, like you mentioned, good for momentum. Just because that's a great, if it's in, if this call is overturned, that is an excellent shot, angled shot there from Jalina Ingram.
Right.
And so we'll have our referee give us the lowdown.
After video review, the outcalls to overturn the ball was in. Columbus Sliders loses 1 free video challenge.
And you already know Blaine Hovenier going to be pumped up about that one, making sure the young guns.
3 challenges remaining. Resume play at 0-2.
Even if that one was over, it was out, I think Hovenier would find a way to pump his team up right away.
Time in.
So 0-2. Sliders still at 0 on a second serve.
Point.
Kaylin a little slow to get to the kitchen line there on that volley, and that's why she missed that one. That's something to watch moving forward. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if that was a great serve by Leia or the ball didn't come up, but Jalina didn't even make the ball back to the kitchen there. So we talked earlier, how did SoCal get their first 2 points? Missed returns.
Returning the favor.
Yep.
And Jalina Ingram there with the counter on the forehand. Able to send it back through the middle. Jansen able to take a high dink out of the air, but Jalina Ingram there.
2-2-1.
Yeah, Ingram was sitting forehand on that one and was able to easily put it away. Leia's going to have to switch up spots if she wants to get that.
Missed return here for Columbus. It's interesting you note Jalina was sitting forehand on that counter. I feel like a lot of right-handed players typically sit backhand.
For sure. And Jalina's one of them that does, but she must have seen something from Leia's paddle that caused her to sit forehand.
Second serve.
And desperate out called there from Leah Jansen. Gets the job done. Paris Todd did not go for it.
3-2-2.
I don't even know who hit that ball in the middle. Yeah, so listen, SoCal needs to get to the line, right? I don't care which one, Jalina or Kaylin.
2-3-1.
They are not winning dink battles backhand cross court with Leia, so they got to get out of that pattern after 2 or 3. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for SoCal to keep in that point.
Point.
And Columbus evens things up at 3. And we do see Leah Jansen and Paris Todd playing straight up like you predicted.
3-3-1.
They do this until somebody gets hot, and then they stick with that sometimes. I mean, it's more of a feeling thing for them, I believe.
4-3-1. Point.
And the sliders finding their groove. Leah Jansen takes the forehand out of the air. Chance to switch sides here with a 3-point advantage.
Second serve.
That was a great return from Jalina. Barely caught the line, and Paris had nowhere to go with it. It'll be big for SoCal if they can get back the ball without getting to the side switch, because then they might have a chance to get some points.
And that's a big point for the confidence of the Hard Eights there. You saw Jansen and Todd working their way up to the kitchen line, but Campbell and Ingram able to stay in that dink rally just long enough and force the error.
Very unlucky there for SoCal. Really good point all the way around. I really like that SoCal is getting into the kitchen. They are dinking with the sliders, so I think they're doing everything right here. They just got a little unlucky there.
Side out.
Missed third will not help their cause, and serve back to Columbus, leading by 2.
5-3-1. Second serve.
A little miscommunication in the middle there from the sliders. They had a high pop up, and Leia thought Paris was going for it. Paris thought Leia was going for it.
Point.
And into the net goes the volley, and we go to the side switch here. The Columbus Sliders leading 6-3 over the SoCal Hard Eights. We will take a quick break ourselves and get you right back to the action here in beautiful San Clemente, California.
His drive just went wide off of that net. Very unlucky net cord there for Leia.
Ends the run of the Sliders. Let's see if SoCal can put some on the board. And there we see on grandstand, Anderson Scarpa and Michelle Esquivel clinch that for the Chefs. It's a 3-1 regulation victory for Nashville over California. Turn our attention now back to championship court. And a bit of maybe a bracelet issue. We'll call that an equipment.
Yeah, equipment timeout. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
3-6-2.
Our referee from Campbell. Finished through the middle by Campbell. Jalina Ingram initiating the offense there. Cut the lead to just 2 now.
Side out.
Yeah, I think Kaylin got caught in between there. She didn't know if she was going to dink that ball or speed it up, so it was like a half dink speed up
6-4-1
into Paris's wheelhouse on her Tui backhand, and she was able to put it away.
Not a spot you want to go on Paris Todd.
No.
That two-handed backhand. And just the sequence, it looked like Kaylin Campbell had a nice speed up and was able to slide, but Leah Jansen all over that fourth shot of that sequence.
Yeah, Columbus really showing their veteran presence. Kaylin sped up at Paris's backhand, then sped up at her forehand, and she was ready for both and was able to counter it back.
Point.
Paris Todd making her presence felt on the crash.
Timeout receivers, 8-4-1.
Gives Columbus an 8-4 lead, and we do get a timeout here from SoCal. And so, Eric, looking at, it was a bit of a fast start here for SoCal, but now Columbus has kind of settled in. If you're Adam Stone talking over there on championship court, what in particular would you be telling Jalina and Kaylin?
First of all, the wind is coming towards us a little bit.
Second, SoCal, no timeouts remaining.
Yeah,
Columbus,
and I did a player profile on Kaysen last year, and I was able to meet the family, Father Michael. Great family. They work really hard. They love the game. They're really good for the sport.
Time in. 8-4-1.
Going back to the sliders, leading 8-4.
Second serve.
And one missed third out of the timeout. We'll see if SoCal can get another.
8-4-2. Point.
Leah really going after that serve. I don't know if I've seen her go after a serve that much in a while.
9-4-2.
Could be the wind having something. Let's make sure it gets through the wind. Deep in the court.
That was not the, Jalina knows it. That was not the speed up to do. As soon as she hit that ball, Paris was putting that back down. She knew it as soon as she hit it. She just hung her head. Just go get the next one.
Game point here for Columbus. And that one goes wide. That brings this women's doubles game to an end. The Columbus Sliders take it 11-4. A nice win there for Leah Jansen and Paris Todd. We've got men's doubles coming up next in just a few moments. Stay with us.
0-0-2. Point.
And for the second time today, we've had the match start, I believe, with a missed return.
1-0-2. Stop play, service warning. Release too high.
Wow, that's a very early service warning.
And we did
for
see
CJ Klinger.
Saw CJ get called for that a few times at the tournament last weekend. You only get one free one. Speak of the hands of Ryan Fu, and he delivers, Eric.
Yeah, I think CJ got a little bit trigger happy there. I'd like to see him play out that point. He pulled that from well below his knee up into Ryan's chest, and Fu was able to put that one away.
Serve goes to the hard eights.
Point.
Well, sorry, not sorry there from Blaine Hovenier. Won't complain about the net.
No. He said sorry.
1-1-1.
I fully believe he did not mean it.
Second serve.
Very good pressure there from Columbus.
1-1-2.
.360 from Hovenier there after going for the poach.
He's just pulling pirouettes in the middle of the court for no reason. Okay.
Point.
An ATP well defended there from Blaine Hovenier. It almost looked like he put his paddle out even before Andre Daescu made contact with the ball.
CJ filled well there. It was just too much from SoCal. Andre Daescu with a very unusual unforced error on a backhand dink that was not a super pressurized dink there.
And we've got a 3-1 lead here for SoCal. Could another upset be brewing here in men's doubles?
I want to talk about that point, Will. I think that's a perfect point for amateurs at the 3-0 to 4-0 level. Blaine and Ryan probably hit 11 shots before they were able to get to the kitchen. They didn't get frustrated. They didn't overhit. They got the ball on the ground in the kitchen and then made their way and won the point.
And Fu back on serve here, 4-1.
4-1-2.
Ryan Fu is displaying hands that I have not seen. I've watched a lot of Ryan Fu, right? His hands are really, really good right now, and I like the momentum here.
5-1-2.
5-1, a chance to get to the side switch with a huge lead for SoCal. And that stays in there from CJ Klinger. And not a bad play from Fu. That ball was right around shoulder height. A lot of players would want to let that go, but it just stays in. Such a heavy topspin shot there from the lefty.
Point. Two, 5-1.
Maybe a weird bounce there caused the pop-up from Hovenier, but either way, an important swing here for Columbus. They cut the lead to 2, still on a first serve on this side out.
Yeah, they were on the ropes there, headed into possibly a side switch at 6-2, and now, or 6-1, excuse me, and now they're down by 2 with the ball.
Point.
And it's points like that, it's errors like that that you can't have if you're a team trying to pull an upset.
If you're looking right now, Blaine took the ball, took his time. It's almost like one of those towel timeouts,
exactly.
Will. Let's let everybody settle down here.
Point.
I'll tell you who's not settling down. That is CJ Klinger, who's heating up with that third shot winner.
You don't see many third shot winners in doubles, Will. That was an insane shot.
5-all now. And they just turn the tables through the Columbus Sliders. A 5-point run at furious pace, and they lead 6-5 now after trailing 1-5 to get to the side switch.
Yeah, I would say that was a really good timeout that worked.
And we will take a quick...
That was a very awkward shot from, I don't see Andre Daescu make awkward shots like that very often. It looked like he tried to flick it, but then missed or just held up, and that was an easy put away for Fu. And SoCal has taken back all the momentum in this one.
Second
and Ryan
serve.
Fu got the ball. He wanted a high attackable forehand. Just pushes it wide.
But again, I love seeing Blaine Hovenier. As soon as that goes wide, that's okay. That's the right play. He's encouraging his teammate, and now they're going back at it.
Chance to extend the lead here. 7-6 for SoCal.
Point.
And that serve just on the baseline. Andre Daescu looking at his bench. Not much you can do there.
No, Blaine has one of the best serves in the game, and he put it on display right there. Okay, so this is what's happening. Columbus is challenging their own in ruling. This is not really a challenge.
SoCal leading, well, they will be leading 8-6 once we get the ruling.
After video review, the result of the rally stands. The ball was in. Columbus loses one free video challenge. You have one remaining. SoCal has 3 free video challenges remaining. We resume play at 8-6-2. Time in. 8-6-2.
And the missed dink again from Andre Daescu, the second one that we've seen. The Hard Eights inching closer to evening this match.
9-6-2. Side out.
Again, in the budget, you get a missed return off of that one, or the one before. You miss this one, that's okay.
Second serve.
And those are the types of points that if you're SoCal wanting to pull an upset, those are the types of rallies you've got to win. You've got to stay in and dink, and that's what they did there.
6-9-2.
Second serve upcoming.
Side out.
CJ got caught in between there. I would call that a bait ball from, I don't think Blaine meant to hit a bait ball, but it was a little bit high. CJ saw it a little bit too late to really speed it up and then wanted to dink and didn't know what to do and changed his mind. Now,
9-6-1.
SoCal has all the momentum here at will.
Second serve.
And I know that was a very early leave on that ball from CJ Klinger, but it did not look that far behind the baseline. It was certainly out, but
yeah, the wind.
A little nervous.
Yeah, the wind. We talked about it yesterday. The wind is swirling, and it could keep any ball in, to be honest.
Side out.
And again, SoCal stuck on 9. Columbus hanging tough late in this one.
6-9-1. Second serve.
Not going to be able to get many points there, Will, hitting thirds like that. They have to get Columbus has to get the ball down and has to get to the kitchen line.
Point.
And too quick there on the hands exchange from the sliders. CJ Klinger,
Timeout.
the initiator
SoCal,
there.
7-9-2.
And we will get a timeout here from SoCal using their first timeout. Still with a 9-7 advantage. And just, they had the big lead, then Columbus comes back. We talk about it all the time, just pickleball, game of momentum. And now with this late stage in the match, it's just about 50-50.
Yeah, so a couple things. SoCal took the timeout.
End of Daescu, but he keeps it in the court. Andre Daescu, what a shot.
8-9-2.
And all of a sudden, Eric, knotted up at 9. It's a race to 2.
9-9-2.
That's great patience from Fu. 2 balls earlier than that, he wanted to speed it up and decided, you know what, I'm going to dink back, wait for a better ball to speed up, and then he gets one to put down the middle. Very easy put away.
9-9-1.
Serve back to SoCal, tied at 9. And the second sorry, not sorry from Blaine Hovenier. This one, we can confirm he was not sorry about that net cord.
If you're tied 9-9 and you get a net cord that helps you get to 10, I cannot think of a time where I would actually be sorry about that.
Makes it game point now for the Heartaches. 10-9 on a 1.
Second serve.
Very good fourth there from CJ Klinger at Blaine's feet. I do like the drive, though, from Ryan. It was just a little bit high. One more chance here for SoCal.
Game point number 2.
Side out.
Missed 5th.
A little life has been breathed into the Columbus Sliders here.
9-10-1. Second serve.
And Ryan Fu ripping that 2-handed backhand.
Fu playing out of his mind right now. Like, he is really on the ball. He's seeing it well.
Second chance to tie it.
Side out.
Third missed backhand dink from Daescu. Turns the ball back over to the SoCal Heartaches with the scoreline of 10-9-1. I can't believe I know we've seen at least 3 backhands into the net from Andre. Very uncharacteristic.
10-9-1. Second serve.
That one wide. Just SoCal having trouble getting up to the kitchen line on these game points.
10-9-2.
Easy to take it for granted, but then we get a little pressure. That's where it becomes difficult. Game point number 4.
Side out.
Through the middle goes Daescu. 4 game points saved now for the Columbus Sliders.
9-10-1. Point.
In the hands of the Columbus Sliders. Too good there, tie it up at 10.
10-10-1.
That ball peeked over. It said hello to Blaine Hovenier, and then it said goodbye. All right, 10-10. Pressure's mounting here.
Second serve for Columbus, and you've got to think, even though, I mean, a lot of pressure for different reasons for both sides. SoCal have 4 game points.
10-10-2.
Columbus, the favored, heavily favored in this matchup. Who's going to deal with it better? And the second time we have seen that spot from Andre Daescu, getting into a hands battle with Blaine Hovenier and finishing it down the line. Now game point all of a sudden on the paddle of CJ Klinger. Gonna do it. What an effort from the Columbus Sliders. Andre Daescu and CJ Klinger come back to take it 12-10 over Blaine Hovenier and Ryan Fu.
On their faces, but we'll see, you know.
Fern, we appreciate your time as always. We'll let you get back down to the sideline as we look ahead to mixed doubles now. Thanks so much.
Game 3. Time in 0-0-2.
And now Paris Todd and Andre Daescu taking on Ryan Fu and Campbell.
Side out. Zero, 0-1. Point. One, 0-1.
Hard eights on the board first, down 0-2. But they could potentially force a dream breaker if they win both mixed doubles matchups.
Second serve. One, 0-2.
You just see the athleticism there of Ryan Fu crashing on the full extension, but not enough to get it past Paris Todd and Andre Daescu.
0-1-1. Second serve.
Andre overcooks one a little bit there. He had a good look. He just overcooked that a little bit.
Point.
And missed return sends the Columbus Sliders on the board.
1-1-2. Side out.
Paris did a great job just getting that one back. They were in a bad position there, and SoCal deserved that point.
1-1-1. Second serve. One, 1-2.
That one stays in off the net, and the serve may have been questionably in. It was hit very well. I thought it was maybe a little long from where we are, Eric, but still goes the way of Columbus.
Right, and at 1-1, it's tough to call that out and possibly lose a challenge.
Second serve.
We see Daescu trying to drive right through Callie Campbell, but able to step to the side and get two hands on that backhand, keep it low on the fourth. Second serve. And the hands of Ryan Fu, we keep talking about it because he keeps making plays like that.
Exactly. And you know what? I know Fu had some great hands there, but he swung and missed at one in the middle, and Callie was right there with her two-E to keep that rally going.
Second serve.
And it's always like that.
Right. But hey,
like that and
that's for sure in the budget for SoCal. They're not favored in this. They are underdogs, so I'd like to see Fu going for that serve.
Point.
And Fu finds the speed up off the backhand. Todd unable to get out in front of that forehand counter. 2-1 for SoCal.
Point.
Again, just staying alive. Andre Daescu kind of doing everything, moving all around the kitchen line. Just scrappy play so far from Campbell and Fu.
Yeah, that's the way. If they're going to win this game, that's the way it's going to be done. It's going to be scrappy. It's not going to be pretty, but they keep fighting.
Side out.
Andre Daescu and Paris Todd played at last week's PPA Orange County Cup. Made it to the round of 16. Fell into 3 games to Gabe Tardio and Jesse Irvin. That was an excellent match.
Another very good mixed doubles.
1-3-1.
On the PPA tour.
Second serve.
I tell you what, Will, I've seen Jalina Campbell play quite a bit, but when she slides to her right and has an overhead on the two-handed backhand, she hits it harder than most women on tour.
Again, just 15 years old is Jalina Campbell. Crazy to say that out loud. Competing professionally among the world's best.
Point.
A little bit of an overreach there from Fu, but I like it. They got to stay aggressive, and if you miss a couple of those, like I said, like that missed serve, same type of thing. It's in the budget.
2-3-2.
Jalina Campbell, not afraid to speed up across from Andre Daescu. I love the fearlessness there.
And it's certainly paying off. Gets the serve back. Interestingly enough, Eric, Jalina Campbell's kind of best results, at least on the PPA side, have mostly come in singles. Had a great win over Zoe Wong last week. Has beaten Mary Brasha earlier this season, 2 very seasoned singles players. Certainly showing that she has the goods in doubles. And so does Ryan Fu. Just does it all himself, sets himself up for the drive and crash.
Fu is not the tallest player on tour, but he makes up for that with his athleticism.
4-2.
Second serve. Four, 2-2. Side out.
Maybe a little ambitious there through the middle from Jalina Campbell. Just misses it.
Yeah, I think the net cord really threw her timing off there. I think that ball sat up enough. It was just a little bit of a timing issue. And the just for the fans at home, the wind is picking up a little bit here. It's swirling. I didn't think it was going to be an issue today, but it does seem like it is affecting play a little bit here.
It could benefit potentially a team that doesn't want to dink. Like Fu and Campbell. Not saying they can't, but I feel like they would not be favored in these cross-court dink rallies with Paris Todd and Andre Daescu. So we'll see if that continues to play, have an impact here.
Right.
Point.
A little ambitious there from Jalina. That's okay though.
Columbus now within 1, 3-4.
Three, 4-2.
Daescu just gets it so low before Campbell's able to try and reset it before it bounces. All knotted up at 4 here in this first mixed doubles game. Side out scoring, playing to 11.
4-4-2.
Great partner communication there from Andre. He kept the pressure up, and then as that ball was coming to the right side of Paris. He yelled bounce. Love the communication.
And now a chance for the Sliders to get to the side switch with a 6-4 lead.
Side out.
I think that was a little ambitious from Paris. That was a bait ball from Kaylin that
for sure
probably just needed to be dinked back, and Paris got a little ambitious there. Now we're headed into SoCal. Maybe could get some momentum back here.
Especially as we have
4-5-1
Columbus on an odd number. They are probably going to try and unwind the stack here. As we see Andre switch to the left side.
Point.
And Andre visibly annoyed just with, I mean, that net cord just completely switching the direction of the ball, somehow staying in.
Right, Andre is one of the best at like getting frustrated there and then just letting it go very quickly.
Kind of a memory of a goldfish, as Ted Lasso would say.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Paris called that one out. From this.
So here's what happened. Andre Daescu said bounce. He wanted to have Paris wait for it to bounce, and
5-5-2.
Todd was the one that made the out call, like you said there, Eric. Again, hard to tell on that sideline from where we were.
Side out.
Paris Todd finishing that one, a little off speed on the forehand. Serve back to Columbus.
5-5-1.
And then look there at the call from before, just probably out. Maybe worth the challenge.
I definitely think that would have been worth a challenge.
Appreciate that view. Second serve upcoming now for Columbus.
Side out.
And SoCal hanging in there. Two chances to switch sides with the lead.
Second serve.
Both teams seem to be stalling a little bit here. Trying to get off of 5.
5-5-2.
Who will be the one to surge forward?
Point.
And it will be the Hard-Eight switching sides with a 6-5 advantage. Ryan Fu and Kaylin Campbell over Andre Daescu and Paris Todd, looking to keep their hopes alive, potentially winning this match and potentially sending it to a dream breaker. We will have the second half of this match. Will not be an easy feat, though, taking on the tour veterans of Andre Daescu and Paris Todd. They know how to win. They know how to fight back when maybe they don't feel like they're playing as well as they can. So we'll see how they respond coming out of the timeout.
9-6-1. Second serve. Nine, 6-2. Side out.
And a big side out there for Columbus. They keep SoCal from getting to game point. Still some work to do on their own serve. 6-9.
Point.
Kaylin a little early on that volley. She read it well, but she was out in front of it too much and put that into the net.
7-9-1.
Got to put that past her.
Second serve.
Paris had Fu beat. The ball is actually behind his head, and he's still able to stick his paddle out there and get that one back down.
Point.
Paris Todd attacking off that third shot from Daescu.
I love the pressure that she put on there because she trusts Daescu, right? He's not known for missing thirds at all. He hit a good one and forces a timeout here.
And we do get a timeout from SoCal. They see their lead cut to just 1. So now, Eric, if you're SoCal, you've seen Columbus. You were up by 3. Now you're just up by 1, looking to pull the upset. If you're Adam Stone, who we see on court now, what are you telling to Callie Campbell and Ryan Fu?
I am returning to Paris.
Okay.
Because Daescu is dialed right now in terms of his thirds, and Paris poaching is a very dangerous thing, right? So we're returning to Paris. We have to return deep and get to the line and make sure that they keep them back. That's all. The only thing I would think about, and tell them to play free once the play gets to the kitchen line.
Are you a little worried about, if you're returning to Paris, potentially having the 6'4" Andre Daescu there for a poach? How does that factor into it?
I know that he has a large wingspan, but he doesn't usually poach that much in mixed, unless Paris gets a really juicy return and he knows that she's going to drive it. He usually does stay back, so he's not as big of a risk as a poacher as Paris is. I know that sounds weird based on their athleticism and size, but that's the game plan.
We'll see where this return goes. Daescu serving to Callie Campbell. And right on cue, we see the return go to Paris, and that gives Columbus a free ride up to the kitchen line. A nice third there from Todd. Knotted up at 9.
9-9-2.
And the run continues. 4 in a row now for the Sliders. Game point all of a sudden for Paris Todd and Andre Daescu.
10-9-2.
Is going to do it. A late run from the Columbus Sliders. They take it 11-9 over Ryan Fu and Callie Campbell. 2 very close games we've seen in men's and mixed, but the Sliders prevail. They go up 3-0, secure 3 standings points. We've got the second mixed doubles game coming up in just a few moments.
Dolce Vita Organic Tequila. Tequila, pure and simple.
So this is pickleball? Probably get some pickles at the bar.
Next, David and other David.
Better idea.
A lot better.
Still haven't seen the guy with the pickles.
No, me either.
What does it mean to be rich? It's not just about the places you can go, but also the people who welcome you home. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
And we've had quite the first match of the afternoon so far here at beautiful Lifetime Rancho San Clemente. Columbus Sliders, they're up 3-0, but they've sure had to work for it. Looking ahead to our second mixed doubles game. It's Jalina Ingram and Blaine Hovenier taking on Jansen and CJ Klinger. Those teams warming up now on championship court. And Eric, of course, we had the challenger teams on yesterday. Now we've got all 6 premier teams. I know you've been watching all the matches. We only had 3 so far. What's been a takeaway that you've had just from any match that we've seen?
You know, both early matches going to Dream Breakers. We have a lot of unexpected results here in San Clemente. I know we're only day 1 for Premier, day 2 for Challenger, but there's been some upsets. We have a lot of injuries. We're not getting too far into the future, but we have Brooklyn playing next. And so Utah, we weren't sure what we would see with Tyler Loom. And so there's a lot of changes happening here, which is great, right? You don't really know what's going to happen. And even though this one went to the Sliders, SoCal has played very well. They're in last place in terms of standings, but they're proving that they can play with the best of the best.
And that's a huge thing, too, is especially as you look into this MLP landscape of, planning for the future. Right. We know SoCal, talked with Adam Stone earlier, such a young team really investing in that youth movement. So results like this, huge confidence boosters, even if you're not necessarily getting a win on the scoreboard.
0-0-2.
We'll have CJ Klinger serving to start off our final game. It was kind of like the battle of the chicken wings there from Blaine Hovenier and CJ Klinger early in that hands battle.
Yeah, for some reason, lefties are always better at that chicken wing in the middle. I don't know why.
And just pretty and quick start here for the sliders. CJ Klinger and Leah Jansen 4-2 so far this season, but like we talked about, we have not seen CJ Klinger play in a Columbus Sliders uniform in nearly 2 months.
Right.
So looking to kind of find their groove here quickly.
Point.
And certainly doing so as they've scored 3 in a row on their opening side out.
3-0-2. Side out.
CJ upset with himself, even though he hit a really good shot that hit the net. He's shadow swinging to make sure his forehand drive is dialed.
No moment, no days off, no moments off for CJ Klinger.
Zero, 3-2.
That point just shows you Leia tried the Ernie and forced Jalina to change the spot she was dinking back middle and caused the error.
Yes, come on, right now. Second serve.
Blaine trying to pump up his team. He's got the let's go right now.
3-0-2.
His trademark this MLP season.
Side out.
CJ just kind of annoyed with himself there. Had the look that any player wants high forehand. Unable to keep that one in the court.
Blaine has now sent prayers up and done the cross because he got away with a bad pop-up right there.
It's just double duty there from Blaine Hovenier.
Second serve.
Columbus.
I'd like to see Blaine go take a towel timeout, and he is. I know that's silly, but Jalina seems a little bit out of sorts.
0-3-2.
Give her another second to get herself composed.
Side out.
And
that was a crazy little bounce there. I think it hit the net, or did it hit the post and drove back? Either way, it was
hit the net.
That was heavily aided by the wind.
Oh, so you're telling me that they didn't hit that shot with that exact play in motion? Leia Jansen pulling the trigger on that speed up off the bounce.
Leia showing off her athleticism there. On that third, she had to get super low to even hit a drive. I can't believe she put it over the net.
Second serve.
And Blaine puts that one away, catches CJ Klinger. Didn't quite get a full paddle on that poach.
Point.
And the misfire there from Hovenier, just a quick start here for Columbus.
I like to see Columbus putting the pedal on the metal here. You know, you already won the match, but gaining momentum for the rest of the weekend.
Side out.
Now a chance for SoCal to get on the board.
Zero, 5-1. Second serve.
Very good volley there from CJ on that fourth.
Just such a loose wrist for CJ Klinger, able to get some lag on that and
0-5-2.
get his full energy behind it.
Side out.
Leia yells no at CJ, and didn't matter. He was doing a running, flying forehand winner, no matter what happened there.
I don't think Leia's going to complain with the end result.
0-1.
Leia going for a big serve.
Point. Timeout, change ends. 6-0-1.
And the sliders get to 6 without giving up a single point. In full control here in our final mixed doubles game of this matchup. We will take a quick break and have the second half of mixed doubles coming up in just a few moments. That team will be in action next on championship court against Brooklyn.
Point.
And for now, we've got Columbus in full control over the SoCal Hard-Eights. If you're just now joining us, Columbus won the first three games, were pushed in men's doubles in the first mixed doubles match, but really taking it to the Hard-Eights here in this second mixed doubles game with Leia Jansen and CJ Klinger.
Yeah, coming out of that break, I think Leia hit her serve at least 2 inches out. Blaine called it in and played it, and then they lost that point and then lost another one really quickly. So this one's spiraling out of control. I like that Blaine took the early timeout here, but they're really going to need to get this ball back, play some good points to even have a chance to get back into this one.
And that's a great point, just about momentum as well. You know, going from match to match. Look, the Hard-Eights, especially with Blaine Hovenier, he's an emotionally charged player. This is an emotionally charged team. So just in terms of keeping the energy up through a whole weekend where, hey, some you're not going to win, some you're going to get blown out just by virtue of this MLP competition. So we'll see if SoCal can potentially put together some good points and give themselves something to build on going forward into a very busy weekend.
Right, yeah, and it's not like this team hasn't won before.
Exactly.
They've beat one of the best mixed doubles second lines in all of MLP in Hurricane Tyra Black and Augie Gov, right? So they've shown that they can win. They just need to get, I think they need a little bit of a momentum switch to really get back into this one.
As we've seen from Blaine Hovenier, all it takes is 1 point.
It is,
so they'll be looking to get this. Still a lot to play for here if you're SoCal. So if you're Columbus, looking to get out of here quick.
So for Blaine, you just need 1 point. And 17 right here, right now, and you're back in the match.
Exactly. You know, it seems pretty simple when you put it that way, Eric.
Yeah.
And Jansen serving.
8-0-1.
That's the type of point, you know, still got second serve upcoming for Columbus, but a few more like that. That's what you want if you're SoCal.
8-0-2. Point.
Jumping all over the place. CJ Klinger.
9-0-2.
Is not a sight you want to see if you're on the other side of the net.
Right.
Side out.
That one, I will say, though, obviously CJ looked really good putting that away, but he's able to do that because of Leia Jansen's amazing low drive that was hit up on the ball.
Point.
That one just wide and gets the SoCal Heartaches on the board.
191.
Watch it.
Second serve. One 192.
Blaine Hovenier going for a huge third shot drive there, just catches the top of the net, unable to get over.
9-1-1.
Serve back to Columbus, looking to close it out.
Point.
I think we'll call that a dink winner. A little off the net, a little bit of lucky, but also caught Blaine not able to catch up to that one there.
Just shows the loose wrist, like we talked about earlier, of CJ Klinger. Game point, and that is going to do it for this match. The Columbus Sliders come through some adversity, but they emerge with the 4-game sweep over the SoCal Heartaches, off to a winning start here in Southern California. We've got Andre Daescu and Paris Todd standing by. Andre and Paris, thanks so much for standing by with us. Andre, I will start with you. That mixed doubles match with you and Paris, you were down 6-9 to Ryan Fu and Kaylin Campbell. You score 5 points in a row to get it done. Talk us through what it took to get that win and secure 3 standings points for your team.
We obviously weren't playing our best at that time over there, and we just knew if we tie up a little bit on loose knots and just kind of play our game, stay solid, stay within our limits, we knew we could get it done, and it kind of went point by point. Paris did a great job with a couple of those drops. I was able to cross on a few of them, and then she was just exceptional with the fast hands and helped us over the line. But yeah, just credit to them as well. They're a very strong team. They played extremely well. They played very well this morning as well. So we knew coming in we had to battle, and it was a battle. But the Sliders could be very well, and just super excited to be part of this team.
And Paris, Eric Tice here. Andre talked about the battle, right? And in the first 3 games, you guys were able to pull off the win, but you started down in each of those 3 games. Talk me through the chemistry on the team. It doesn't seem like that got anybody down in timeouts, in breaks. What are you guys talking about, and how is that team chemistry helping you win these matches?
Yeah, I think the Heartaches had a match earlier before us today, so they kind of got to get a little bit of a warm-up in, and this is our first match of the tournament this week, so we were trying to just find our rhythm and just kind of get into the match point by point, and that's the beauty of MLP is you could be down 10-0, 10-1 and still come back and win, and I feel like Andre and I always fight to the end, and they played great, and for us, we just kept battling through and kept our heads down, and it turned out well for us in the end.
Yep. Andre, you've got a busy weekend here with the Sliders, back on court tomorrow afternoon. Talk us through what the process is just to recover and make sure that you're fully ready to take on Utah in your next match tomorrow.
Well, we're going to go off to the training room, get some stretching in, get some work done on our bodies, maybe a little ice bath. Hydrate. Luckily, we're in beautiful Southern California, so let's see how we're sweating, but it's not that hot, not that humid, so that helps our bodies. But we definitely still need to hydrate, get some good food in, get a good night's sleep, watch some tape, come back with a plan, and attack the day tomorrow. So happy. Like Perry said, the first match is always difficult. We haven't played a match together in about 5 weeks, I think. So, yeah, happy to get the first one in the back, create some momentum, and, yeah, hopefully we can carry that through the weekend.
Well, congratulations on the win. We'll let you guys go off to a win.